What is up? What is up? Geez, about a long day, so this probably won't be the longest stream if I'm honest, but we'll be playing at least a little bit of Pokemon. So, last time we got to Nuzlocke City and was able to catch a couple of random Pokemon. Namely, we were finally able to get Basculin and Alola. But we also, I believe, caught both Zangoose and Seviper. Trying to think if there was anything else. I don't think there was, but this time we will be needing to probably... There's going to be quite a few Pokemon that we catch today, depending how far I get. So my aim is Undella Town at a minimum today. I forget the town north of it. I don't know why I can't think of its name right now, but that would be the furthest I would go, would be the town after Undella Town to the north. But I know that there are a ton of encounters that I'm soon going to be able to get, so I am about to expand my team by a pretty wide margin. So I guess I should not keep it waiting any longer. So let us begin Pokemon Black 2 single stage only with our current level cap of 39. So we are looking to finish this, the next gym today, Nuzlocke City Gym. Our MVP probably going to end up being a Molga for once, or finally, not for once. Maractus has helped us in the last two gyms, but we've already thrown him, so Woody the Maractus. Already thrown Woody to the wayside today. Let me fix my layout. So it should have... be running you over you today. And then is that it? Is that the only one that I had to change? I think so, right? No, I also got to get Seviper on this. So I have to just find a new Pokemon card. He's being a little guy right now out there. Image. Add existing. Seviper card art that we will be using. Focus more on this part of it, but just silly little guy behavior. And then, oh my gosh, if I can, and take that image, slide it just underneath that one. There we go. Got Seviper. Jafar. Okay. But I guess I should do a quick overview of the team. Better to do that in the PC, I feel. So, first and foremost, we have, we have Kita, the Emolga, named after Princess Kita from Atlantis. So that's where we got this name. Not the most sense, obviously Atlantis, water, not a water type, but felt like there wasn't a whole lot that kind of worked for Emolga, so decided to just go with something rather than, you know, try and figure a random thing out on the spot. Felt like it made just enough sense. But whoops, I keep pressing summary. Don't want to be doing that. Quirky ability, so not really that useful. Static can come into play, but again, just not really going to be doing much. Electro Ball, Acrobatics, Light Screening. I do need to switch Shockwave out for Volt Switch, so I'm going to do that in a second. Then we have Ariel, the Alola, named after Princess Ariel from The Little Mermaid, obviously. This is one of our main tanks, sadly. I don't know. I don't think you can get Regenerator Alola easily in this generation. I am willing to guess there are ways to still get it, but I just don't know how, because this is not a Hidden Grotto Pokemon, so I really only know Hidden Grotto Pokemon how to get their hidden abilities. But regardless, very physically just very bulky thanks to its very high HP stat. Also still good defense stats, so usable, but it's not going to be doing too much for us. Doesn't hit that hard. Still like pretty slow. Still takes special hits, not the greatest. And with a minus special defense nature, it is a little harder to use. Next up, Ernesto the Sigilif. Hasn't been that useful, but also hasn't been that bad either. The main scary thing is just the random dart coverage in this game can make Sigilif pretty scary to try and use into a lot of fights. So, been trying not to use him that much, but occasionally has been able to come out, show up. Wish it was Magic Guard. Sadly, it was Wonder Skin as the ability, so again, just a harder Pokemon to use than not. Had it been Magic Guard, could have thrown a Life Orb on this guy, called it a day, but sadly, not the case. So, is useful still with random status moves, but definitely not as good as it could have been. Next up, we have Jafar the Seviper. Have not gone through and taught him everything that I need him to know. However, Glare is a somewhat consistent paralysis move. It is 90% accuracy in this generation instead of 100, which is a slight bummer, but it's a Hoenn Pokemon. It got the Hoenn special treatment. Its bulk is fine for what it is, but it's not great by any means. But hits decently well on both the physical and special side. Decent enough speed, decent enough bulk. It's not going to be able to do too great overall. However, it is a poison type, is able to have decent resistances into specifically a lot of Team Plasma is where we're going to be bringing Jafar a lot, just because being able to set up against a resist is really nice. But nothing crazy. Not the strongest, not the weakest, just kind of there. Next up, we have Chief Tui. Chief Tui, the dad in Moana, not to be mistaken with Maui. This is one of our strongest Pokemon going forward. Adaptability is a truly amazing ability. Powering up, instead of 1.5 type or times boost through stab, it becomes a 2 times boost. And if you don't know what stab is, essentially, any type move that if you are a specific type, in this case water, you get a 1.5 times power boost on all water moves that you use, kind of incentivizing you to use types that you are. Adaptability, instead of having that be a 1.5x boost, it is a 2x boost, 2 times boost. So essentially, Aqua Jet, instead of being a 40 base power move on a non-water type Pokemon, a 60 base power move on a water type Pokemon, on an adaptability water type, it is an 80 base power move. So this is as strong as like a coverage option waterfall, or I think Scald's 80 base power, I believe. So a special attacker using Scald that isn't a water type is the same base power as Priority Aqua Jet on Chief Tui. It makes this a amazing revenge killer. It is hard to get onto the field, but when you are able to get this thing on the field, it is able to deal tons of damage very, very quickly. The main problem is the accuracy problem. So we are more waiting on getting Waterfall to use this guy effectively. However, it's not going to be too long of a wait. My special attack nature is fine, and a plus defense nature is pretty nice, actually. Just because it does let me take hits slightly better. As a matter of fact, its physical bulk is actually a lot better than Jafar's. And about the same as someone like Sigilif, or better than a Mulga. However, our last Pokemon that we will be running on the team today, at least going into the gym battle, is going to be Cass, the Audino, our starter. Cass still just great physical bulk, decent enough special bulk. Regenerator is a truly amazing ability. It allows this Pokemon to, as I've said many times before, it just allows Cass to be used for much longer in the run than she really has any right to be used. Audino is not a very strong Pokemon, and while it has decent bulk, it doesn't ever really do a whole lot. But in this case, in this specific run, its job is to take a hit and then switch out into something else a lot of the time. So that's what she does. She does have Surf right now, a little bothersome, but I don't have a TM Pokemon right now. However, those are not the only Pokemon we have. We do have a couple others. Sid has officially been retired, essentially. He is strong, but he's not the best option to use in really any fight. He's slow, he's pretty frail. It's better HP stat than a lot of Pokemon, but middling defenses, middling attack, and low speed. Doesn't amount to much. However, Serene Grace is a great ability. Had I got this guy up to learn Body Slam or Headbutt or things like that, and if he had a better speed stat, could be truly menacing. Might make an appearance later in the run, depending on deaths or anything like that, but as of right now, been playing it pretty safe, haven't had a single death yet, so Sid just does not really have a reason to join back on the team for the next while. Next up, we have Merida the Heracross. Merida will be rejoining us very shortly. However, this is just a very bad team to bring a Heracross into, as we're about to go into the flying gym, bug fighting. Any Pokemon that I do not kill instantly is going to just instantly kill me. So Merida is, here to is not on the team because it's just not worth risking her, especially at this stage. Kubo, the pincer, could be really, really good later on, especially into the Elite Four, as funnily enough, I would say Bug is one of the best types going into this game's Elite Four. You hit 2 of their types super effectively, you resist 1 of their types, and while you are resisted by 2 Elite Four members, doing well into specifically Grimsley is really, really nice, especially not needing to have a fighting type for that. Funnily enough, Heracross is going to be doing the same thing, but a little easier, because sadly this is a modest pincer, so that attack boost from Moxie going to be a little bit harder to get online, and some damage ranges are just going to end up screwing me over, so trying not to use pincer if I'm honest. However, there is a use for it if needed to be brought. Maractus, aka Woody, been great so far, great mid-game Pokemon, definitely does fall off later, just doesn't have the speed or the bulk to really survive. I've always said that Maractus is a Gen 3 Pokemon that came out in Gen 5 with base stats. It's not as bad as Gen 3 Pokemon, thanks to some of that base stat total actually being just slightly higher, so it can spread out its bulk, speed, and attacking stats a little bit better. But do not be fooled. Maractus is not a very good Pokemon. It does not take hits particularly well, does not hit things particularly hard, and it is not particularly fast, so just very hard to use this Pokemon, but is really good into specifically Gyms 4 and especially Gym 5, which is why we had Woody on the team. And Woody will very likely make one more appearance later into the run against the 8th Gym Leader once we get there. Last but certainly not least, we have Angel 624. Angel 624, named after the girl version of Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. I thought about just doing Experiment 624 or just Angel, but I felt like neither one really clarified. Still doesn't really clarify much, but similarly to Guts Heracross, Zangoose mostly is here to be able to get poisoned and then deal insane damage. Eventually we will get Stab Facade, which is really, really good. So once I'm able to reach that point of the run, this Pokemon will be able to be used a lot more. I don't know how useful it's going to end up being into the Elite Four, the final gym, Gym 7, or even Gym 6 right now. I feel like it's just a little too hard to use Zangoose effectively. However, this is a good Pokemon. It's a little bit too frail for my liking, low HP and even lower defense, but plus needing to be toxic / poisoned just makes it very, very hard to use Zangoose effectively. However, do not be fooled, this Pokemon can be a menace if you set it up correctly, and very likely will abuse it eventually. But that is the team. Next up is moveset time. So, a couple things I want to check. First is Snarl. Still nothing able to learn it. Bulldoze, not able to use it now, but for future reference, Jafar is able to learn Bulldoze. Another reason why it's not the worst into a lot of Team Plasma. But Volt Switch, replacing Shockwave now. 10 more base power and switches out. Very, very good move. Venoshock over Jafar. Gastro Acid. There is a reason to still keep this ability, however, this move, as getting rid of abilities can be really, really strong. However, in almost every single fight where we could use Jafar with Gastro Acid, we could use another Pokemon with something better, whether that is skill swap on, I believe it gets skill swap with Sigilif. I know Maractus has Worry Seed, and most of the time it's just not worth taking a turn to get rid of an ability and take damage, especially on frailer Pokemon like Seviper, like Sigilif, like Maractus. So I feel good with getting rid of Gastro Acid for Venoshock. Then Workup. Nothing is able to learn Workup still. Could throw on Thunderwave on some guys right now, but doesn't feel particularly necessary. And then last but not least, I believe I can... Oh, right, it's the next town with the move deleter, I'm pretty sure. Ah. I forgot if this guy could turn. And that's the scary thing with some of these Pokemon, is just how frail they really are. Alright. Made it to the leader. Do a quick save. And then, more importantly, let us get everyone up to their needed level. So this is a gym cap of 39. Whoops, 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 no, come back. Encore is an amazing move. As if you are, say I'm fighting like a Crocodile, right? Crocodile, very, very scary Pokemon, learns Earthquake. I can have Jafar bait out the Earthquake, use Encore on Kita, and like switch into Emolga, have the Earthquake come out on Kita. Kita takes no damage by being a flying type, and then using Encore into Crocodile can lock it into Encore for multiple turns. Wish, another amazing, amazing move. I think better than Aqua Ring there. And then Gravity, really bad on Ernesto. There's almost never a reason to set it up. Maybe in the future I look back on it, see if maybe there's something interesting there. Haze is interesting. You could take it, especially with Gym 7 being very, very, very scary gym. Thanks to Dragon Dance and moves like that. However, I feel like Jafar is never really ever gonna be able to click it. Like, you have to survive a hit, and Jafar ain't surviving a hit without like something like a Focus Sash. It is a move to remember about. It's a move to consider later on. However, personally, I feel like it is more of a trap than not. So, we are going to give up on learning Haze. Do up more. Could do something with Double Edge. It is going to be my strongest move right now that can consistently hit, but not the highest HP stat. Very, very hard to use effectively, I feel, without being Rockhead. So, just gonna move past it. And then for Cass, tries to heal or learn Heal Pulse. Not a move we wanted to be using. That is everyone at level 39. As for berries / items, we have the Expert Belt to give to Kita, so that it's hitting slightly harder right now. We have the Mystic Water to give to Chief Tui. And I believe that is it for items that I actually really want to give. Guess I could give this to Ernesto. And then everyone else, I mean, 10 HP is not going to do a lot, but it might just barely keep you alive. So do that. Save one more time, just in case. I have had this game freeze on me before, so don't want that occurring. And then I believe we are ready. Let me just double check what the lead Pokemon is before I do anything else. So, Black 2, White 2 gyms. Lead Swoobat, I do believe. So it leads with Swoobat. There is reason not to instantly lead with Kita. However, I feel like that is not a good reason. So yeah, let's get into this fight. So, Skyla, heading in Swoobat first, level 37. If we press Electro Ball first, because if I can keep Ida in for longer, that is nice. Okay, and that is maybe the best possible turn we could get. This is going to boost Electro Ball's power immensely. With Expert Belt, should be able to kill. Yep, there's the kill. And then should be Skarmory next. No, Swanna. Okay, so we do get the Ace out next. Maybe there's a slight chance that I'm at risk to a Bubble Beam crit, but I don't think I am. I feel pretty confident in just pressing Electro Ball again. It's ×4 effective with Expert Belt. I am faster, so this is dealing a minimum of 60 damage, I believe. And there's a one-hit KO. And then last but not least, debatably the hardest of these three, Skarmory. The reason for Skarmory potentially being hard, not even hard, but maybe slightly scarier. Actually, Swoobat. I'm gonna be real, the Swoobat probably was the hardest. Swoobat has access to Heart Stamp, which can flinch and attract, so it could have been a lot scarier going into that. But now with Skarmory, it does have Sturdy and it has Fury Attack. I don't think I ever die to a single Fury Attack, but could be something. Okay, Electro Ball, not going to be able to get the one-hit KO no matter what I do. Is going to use Agility, so there's a small chance, very, very small chance, but small chance that a 5-hit multiple critting Fury Attack could take down Kita. But I think we gotta risk it. There's the Hyper Potion. I should not have Volt Switched. That's actually really bad for me. I should have Electro Balled again. Okay. How much? Okay, it does do more. And then Chief Tui, see, this is a reason why you always make sure to equip items. Because I can Aqua Jet, and so long as there's not a second heal, which I don't think there is, Aqua Jet should kill. Adaptability boosted, Mystic Water boosted, Stab Aqua Jet. And that's it. Not a hard gym battle. But I would say this is probably the end of the easy part of the game. First 6 gyms, so long as you have one answer, you usually can get through things. Black 2, White 2 is interesting in that if you do not have the right Pokemon, it can be absurdly hard to get through this game. But with the correct Pokemon, it kind of becomes a lot easier, but alright, that is gym number 6 down. So our next level cap is a big jump from 39. It is level 48. The difference is, though, is that I need to not use all my Pokemon because I can very quickly... Or, like, I need to make sure I'm not over-leveling my Pokemon. As I think it is very easy at this point to accidentally do that. Oh, here's the mulch guy. Okay, I'm not gonna stand here and do all that, but I could. Just know I could. Okay, we got some free Pokeballs. Now, here we go. Reversal Mountain. Where I know of at least one Pokemon I can catch. Also home to a different shard person. I believe in this house? No. Charge Beam, that's nice. So, this house? Yes. So, I only have 2 of these, however, if I were to grind it out more, I could get moves like Earth Power, Icy Wind, Electro Web, Hyper Voice is pretty good, Foul Play, Superpower, Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse, so eventually we'll probably be looking at all the different shard guys, not just him. But before I move on, I need to double check encounter tables. So, starting in Lentamas Town, I don't believe there's anything... Yeah, nothing I can catch. No encounters here. In the Strange House, is there a Pokemon I can catch in the Strange House? Doesn't look like it. Which does suck. I feel like this is one of the few areas where there should be like a static Rotom encounter or something along those lines, so it does feel a little silly to not have it, but I am able to get a couple items that might be useful, but I think realistically, not gonna search for them. So, should be Reversal Mountain. I know I get at least one. What is the best way of getting it? Is there anything in the cave itself? I don't think there is. Nothing in the cave itself. So... Fun fact, for a while, I used to think Bayonet was not a single state, or was not a evolution. I forgot Shuppet existed straight up for so long. But I was reminded about it. Yeah, looks like there is just one Pokemon I can catch in Reversal Mountain. Then that should bring me to Undella Town. Just double checking Undella Town. Counter table. Looks like I'm good. But after Undella Town, there's quite a few Pokemon I gotta start looking for. We're about to get a lot of new encounters, so I'll say that. I see at least 3. Starmie should be 1. Check here. Are 1, 2, 3 on this route alone. Did not know that that was a catchable Pokemon. Oh, catchable black and white, not black 2 white 2. Okay. Yep, okay, they're... No, they took it out of the encounter table here. Interesting. That's a surprise. Don't mind me talking to myself. Oh, shoot. I need to also check. I wish they showed the Hidden Grotto Pokemon as well while I'm doing this, but it does not. Hidden Grotto. So just also double checking I did not miss any yet. Seven already did that. Won't be at Route 9 for a minute. Close to Route 13, but not quite there. Oh, Route 18's a different area. Okay. Dang, I cannot use that Pokemon then this run. That's a little sad. It looked like maybe Chatot would be usable, but unfortunately, it is not meant to be. However, there is a Pokemon I get to use, and I get to use its special ability for the first time ever. It's gonna be super, super, super long until I get to it, but it's a super cool Pokemon, and I'm excited to get to use it. I'll just say that. And I know that I am able to use it. Everything looks like it. Okay, so Hidden Grotto Pokemon, I think there's only one more in the whole run, if I looked at this correctly. Considering I already got the... Oh, there is... Ooh. What's its other ability? Pressure? Could delay one Pokemon encounter for later, but I don't think it's worth. Because I'd be delaying for a long time. Oh, there's 2 more. 2 more encounters that I'm looking for. Yep, 2 more encounters. Okay. But first and foremost, we gotta get to our next encounter here. quick heal. And then... Anyway, I can just buy... slightly higher encounter rate in the dark grass, so nothing. So, fun fact, actually, is, the first time I ever used a, Drapion was in Black 2 and White 2. Caught a Skorupi on this route, trained it up, however many levels it is, sick. It's pretty early. Okay, Encore into spikes. Alright, there we go. Skarmory. Disney movie characters. Or, not Disney, animated movie birds, maybe? Maybe cartoon movie birds would be something. Interestingly enough, I feel like most... Oh my, such a good one. Oh, this is a funny one. I'm doing this. This is Kevin. This is Kevin after the burden up, who's actually a girl. Y, there. K, E, V, okay. I believe that is the only Pokemon I can catch right now. Yeah. Right. Looking. Dude, can I stop getting Modest and Kenai? Disgusting. That's a disappointment. It's still amazing, an amazing, amazing Pokemon, but it's just way harder to use now. Alright. Well, this is our main physical wall. Probably a good idea to get rid of Sigilith finally. Just curious to see Skydrop. At least it's not minus defense. That is true. That is true. Minus defense could have been worse. But minus attack still kind of sucks. Won't lie. Oh wait, Skydrop has like that weird weight thing. And I don't know what Pokemon Skarmory Skydrop is able to pick up, so I'm actually not going to do that. I do just want a fly Pokemon. I know 5% chance to miss, but stab flying move still is really good to have, despite the mischance. And then, I don't think it learns Thunder Wave, does it? Yeah, no. Not a whole ton of moves that I have right now that I'd really want to give, but... yeah, that is all I can catch here. Let's level you up a little bit at the very least, though. That's Automize. I forgot this was a move. Makes itself lighter and ups its speed. The speed could be decent. Not really, though, right? I actually like Metal Sound more. Because at least Metal Sound weakens something for one of my special attackers to deal with it. Spikes could come in handy in, like... if I have, like, bad luck with certain Pokemon later, namely either of the 2 ice types I can get during this run, Spikes kind of helps solve certain fights that otherwise could be impossible. Namely, if I have, like, a low special attack IV Lapras that also is, like, adamant or some shit, minus special attacking nature, Spikes could be useful later on. Same with Metal Sound, though, like, for the same reason, but I don't know, I think Spikes genuinely might have more use. I just don't learn Atomize. And then I think I'm gonna bump everyone up to level 41. Scary Face. I'd rather have Soak. I'd rather have Aqua Jet. Rather have Aqua Tail until I get Waterfall. Could be Crunch, but... oh, wait! Scary Face is 100% accurate in this generation. Oh, that actually changes it slightly. But when am I ever clicking Scary Face on Basculin? Because this Pokemon does not take a hit. It's not doing it into Haxorus unless I'm letting it die. Marlin's easy enough that I don't need anything for it. Is it ever... like, maybe if it's a stack into the Colress fight? But I'd rather do something else with Basculin anyways. I think I don't learn it on Basculin, but if I see Scary Face on, like... well, whoops. Like Jafar? Seviper? After You is practically useless because there's so few doubles fights. Rhine. Dude, the problem is Alola Mola is just gonna do nothing until I get the Toxic TM. Where's the Toxic TM in this generation? Is it already accessible? I forget. Toxic, Black 2, locate. Not the Toxic Badge. Oh my gosh. Floor 1 of the Seaside Cave. Okay, so almost there, but not quite. This is attempt 1, if we're not counting my 2 failed attempts 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I did this exact challenge twice, and I lost in the Colress fight, and I lost in the Iris champion fight. In the Iris fight, I lost because I did not calc something correctly. Which sucks. I'm pretty sure I didn't calc, if... I think I was calcing neutral natured, 12 IV Delibird Blizzard in Hail after Hail Chip to kill something, and it did, and I forgot that I was a minus special attacking nature. It was like her Drudigan or some shit. I forget exactly what. But like because of that, I lost my only ice type because I lost Lapras to Colress early in the run because I was dumb and I brought Lapras with me. And yeah, so anyways, yeah, Alola Mola is just not doing a whole lot, but Brian is not the answer. Special attack is so low. This thing's a wish passer right now. This thing is just to help bail out something else that would have died. Right? And to use Soak. I actually really like Soak sometimes. Getting rid of Stab is so useful for, like, setting things up. I don't know why I healed again. Also, what is the move that you get for beating... Oh, right, Acrobatics. Sometimes it might... Oh, what? I didn't... I feel crazy. I genuinely thought that Skarmory could learn Acrobatics. That feels insane that it's not able to. Whoops. Okay, it's an Unpheasant. We're fine. Making me waste Electro Ball PP, man. Come on. Okay. Nothing else I can catch here. Nothing in the cave either. So, god damn it. We are just cruising right along. What's this, Gym Trainer? I'm pretty sure this double battle's like a little scary. They're both hikers. I feel like if I'm risking anyone, I'm risking Alola Mola right now. Yeah, Boldore, Golbat. Set up a wish, see... Probably just letting Bianca do most of this shit right now for me. Damn, that was way more damage than I thought it would be. Okay, that's a dead Darmanitan. Dead Boldore. Set up Wish, because I'm scared of Excadrill enough. Then, oh my god. Maybe I was lying and Alola Mola is secretly the GOAT. Also, I was like way higher level, but still. I gotta chuck fast Pokemon back in the front again. Not the Woobats. I forgot about this fight. I think this is the fight I was actually scared about. Grumpig Vibrava, I think it was, because I remember the Grumpig. Cast because I can regenerate her. Do they attack me again? Maybe. Think I still switch. Earth Power. I'm gonna wish now. Rift Limb. Just try and deal a little bit of damage. Thank God Bianca is focusing down one side for the most part. I just had to say something and instantly it does something else. Shadow Ball? No. You hate me? You hate me, Bianca. Okay. That's fine. Aqua Jet and a camera up to maybe one hit. Sick. Okay. We're all good. I don't know why. I felt like there was something about that fight that was scary, though. Why am I searching the cave? If I need items, I will grab them as I reach certain gyms, but... Okay. Careful not to activate the rival fight. I head south. Forgot that she looks this way. Volt switch. Kevin. Vic. That's why we have Kevin. Yeah, I'm just gonna catch it here. Yay. Not Mienfu. There we go. Absol. Alright, single stage. Absol. Once again, the Gen 3 special. Just insta try and toss a ball, maybe it works. I can live one hit even if it's a crit, I think. And it doesn't matter. I will admit, I do have the catch odds up to, like, the max chance. However, catches still can fail. It's just, I'm more trying to do the actual run portion. I don't want to strategize on how to catch an Absol and things like that. But, animated movie character, time to figure out what to name Absol. So... Okay, funny one would be something like Diane, aka Diane Foxing from The Bad Guys. I think that's funny. Any other? I mean, I might just do that. Moana, could, but feels just too vague. I like Diane. I like Diane for this, because this other website is like 95% anime characters right now. Holy shit! All right, Diane, after Diane Foxington from The Bad Guys. Doesn't look like her, but doesn't matter. I've named stuff far dumber things before. He just disappeared. What the fuck? That's a demon. That's a demon right there. I'm terrified. Okay, still need to be careful going to the Pokemon Center to not activate the rival fight. I'm not that scared of the rival fight, because isn't it still just 3 Pokemon? Almost positive it's still just 3 Pokemon. Yeah, it's on Pheasant, Simipour, and Emboar specifically is the version that I'd be fighting. So, like, it's not the scariest, but I still want to be safe. Dude, it's crazy. I'm looking at his team right now. Why did they give Hugh a Simipour that only knows Lick, Fury Swipes, Leer, and Scald? Scald is like the only good move. And it's the same thing across all 3 monkeys. You have Scald on Simipour as its only good move. You have Seed Bomb on Simisage as its only good move. And you have Flame Burst on Simisear as its only good move. The other 3 moves are always Leer, Lick, and Fury Swipe. Honestly, the scariest one of all of these, it's probably Embor because of rollout. I do need to be careful about that. Also, the final rival fight that isn't the rival rematch, he only gains one more Pokemon. That's crazy. Anyways, I need to find Absol and Skarmory TCG art to use for the team layout. Ooh, that's a sick one, but it might get lost in translation slightly. That one's fine. Okay. Got one, and then Skarmory TCG. What is a cool looking Skarm? Ooh, that one. Wait, where'd it go? This one, yes. Going with an older one for the Skarm. And then, because I think they're pretty easily able to just be added onto the team. Here's the full art of the card. Gonna try to keep the moon in play. That's probably good. And then the question is, well, you're replacing Sigilif. I already decided that earlier. I love trying to do things the dumb way. Alright, and then do I replace a Viper right now? One of my upcoming fights, probably not good to throw it on the team, actually, when I'm about to do the rival fight. But the rival fight's not that hard. Like, genuinely, I think there is a chance, if I just get a Flying Gem real quick, that Emolga just sweeps the rival fight. So I'm gonna real quick grind a Flying Gem. Because I can just Flying Gem Acrobatics the Embor, and I'd be shocked if it takes that. So but does it go to here, max repel. Oh my gosh, I truly forgot how much speed up is annoying sometimes. Give me more. Yellow shard. I don't want shards. Give me a gem. Flying gem. You know what? Hi, Bulldor. Bye, Bulldor. Hi, Woobat. Bye, Woobat. God, I forgot how annoying it is to grind for dust clouds in this game. But I don't want to just spawn all the items in. I could action replay it. Would only be saving me time because I theoretically could get an infinite amount of shards and gems and a bunch of other things, but I'm not gonna do that. Please. Watch, one of these Escadrilles is gonna be faster than my Emolga, and I'm just gonna die. I'm gonna be so upset. All because I don't want to spend $1 million on repels right now for this dumb walk. The walk of shame. Green shard. Another Boldor. I feel like if I do more runs, I'm gonna have like a little thing where it just says, will I find a shiny Pokemon during this run? Because sometimes I feel like I genuinely will find a shiny. And I hope I never do. For no other reason than I'm on emulator right now. And if I find a shiny, I want to catch the shiny and send it through the generations. I don't even know if that works anymore, genuinely, because I forget if Bank is like dead because of the servers for the 3DS turning off. Oh. Biggest problem with caves. I hate you, Spoink. I'm not gonna do this much longer. The problem is, though, is like a flying gem does just... Insane. Oh, wait, there's a... Hold on. Wireless... Entra... Well, then what's the point, game? Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like there's an O power that increases... thingy. Why can't I think of what it's called? Yeah. Yeah. How do I use it? Oh, I'm so confused. No. I haven't done this in so long. Okay, it's probably something in the Entralink. If I don't figure this out here, use them by aiming at people you pass by with the tag log. That made no sense. Did that make any sense? Didn't make any sense to me, man. I don't get it. Well, I don't know how to use that one. I'm gonna give it one more Dust Cloud to give me an item. Any item. And then I'm done. This is my problem. I've never liked grinding for the Dust Cloud items in Black 2, White 2. Or Black White. I think Shaking Grass is fine. But Dust Clouds, I don't want to be stuck in a cave running into things every 7 seconds. Fishing spots, the other one, Shaking Grass, those are fine. Love those. This is dumb. Of course, I walk away from the Dust Cloud. One. At least I walked into a dust cloud. Blue shard. Well, now I'm getting them. Now I don't want to have to stop. I really should. Purposely, like, stagger stepping as well right now. Let's try and react better. Don't think I'm gonna get anything. Just one more dust cloud that I run into. Please, game. One more. Just one more. That was a crazy amount of steps. Holy. Blue shard. Okay, that's it. We're done. Gem wasn't meant to be. Acrobatic still maybe kills Embor anyways, but part of me doesn't want to risk it because I'm very, very scared of just dying to like a critical hit, roll out or some stupid thing. Not safe. Rash. Rash is a whatever ability, or not ability, thing, nature. Fight, double team, slash, swords dance. I don't think we're going to be using Absol very much. It might come in handy towards the Elite Four as both a Caitlyn and Chantel check. But yeah, it's probably going to be in the box for a bit. Alright. Item. Take the expert belt. I don't think I need it. I would rather have 110 base power acrobatics. If I lose... Am I fine if I lose? Because I'm doing this calculus, by the way. I'm trying not to use any calcs. I'm just going off pure intuition on a lot of dumb shit now. I think I'm okay if I lose Emolga going forward. I don't think there's any specific Pokemon that, like, I know that I need Emolga for as a counter. Like, I'm really trying to think what there would be. Because, like, most of the... I guess it would help with Marlin, but it's not needed for Marlin. Especially since I have Maractus. I've specifically Chlorophyll Maractus, so I can set up Sunny Day and just sweep Marlin that way. I think I'm fine if Emolga dies, although obviously I'd rather Emolga not die, so... Here we go. Rival fight. On Pheasant... Well... I just want to roughly... gauge. Okay. Hyper Potion. Acrobatics. When I have a chance. Save on PP. Yeah, 76 base power attack. Alright, if I die, I die. Well, guess we don't need to worry at all. Went for takedown, and it missed. Oh my god. That was crazy damage. I should have been more scared of the Simipour. Critical hit. Could have just ended me there. I think if I got hit by the Emboar and lived, I definitely was volt switching the Simipour, though. Alright, still deathless. It's a nice feeling to have. Could grab Absol now. Still feel like I don't need it, though. So to the north. So with this run, have stated this in the past when it applied to one location already. I'm going to say it again here, but I do not have the one encounter per route clause. I'm catching all the single stage Pokemon in the game. If they share the same route, they share the same route. I personally, I want to be able to use a ton of Pokemon I've never gotten to use before, / haven't used in a very, very long time. So that is my reasoning behind it. And it is important right now because of 2 Pokemon on this route, if I can find them. Probably should not be leading with the Pokemon that will die in one hit, though, to them when I finally find them. I believe it's this route. It might be the route north of here, actually, though. Yeah, it's looking like it might be the route north. I'll give it 5 more encounters, because I don't know. It is this route. Okay. We got Solrock and Lunatone. Destruct the Dusk Ball. There we go. Okay. Sun stuff. Is there a good animated character that has something to do with the sun? Pixar characters. Could also look at just maybe not Pixar characters. Might be better to do like movies, just to get a gauge. Pixar movies. Is there anything that I want to grab from anything here? Not really feeling it. Maybe Soul. Soul could be like okay to grab one from. Just because Soul, like the sun's name as Soul, and then Soul, the Pixar movie, even though it's spelled with a U. Could be that. Could be Inside Out. Joy and sadness, but it's just a sun. A genderless sun. We got... I will think about Joy. Joy could be a funny one. Oh, Elio, actually. Elio could be a good one to pull from. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I could do Elio in Olga. I think that's fun. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we got Elio the Solrock. And then for the eventual Lunatone that I find here. All right, and there we go. And we got Olga the Lunatone. Yeah. Trying to be so careful not to run into too many trainers right now. Trainer fights can just end so many things on accident. Is there a Pokemon I'm fine with learning Cut right now? Pretty sure I have access to the move deleter already, so I think I should be good. Yeah, I don't really care. I don't really care for Metal Sound, not enough to keep it. Hi, Cobalion. Bye, Cobalion. You're not allowed in this run. I'm banning legendaries. Makes it way too easy. Blah, 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 blah. I forgot how much of an exposition dump this part of the game is. Okay, here's the funny move. 2 of these I will be buying eventually. Really, 1 of these I'll be buying eventually. Then I'll need to go back and buy the LTM at some point as well. Metronome item. Don't think it'll be useful, but maybe. And then this is against Zinvalin, I believe. Yeah, Team Plasma. So yeah, this will have Cryogonal and Sneasel. So with that, I think it's finally time to bust out the demon. Anyone else that I want to bring for this? Probably one of Solrock or Lunatone. Solrock did get decent nature, right? I think Modest is fine with Solrock. I actually haven't used a Solrock before. I think it's still a special attacker. Definitely could be wrong, though. And then I want to get rid of you for now. Okay. Brick Candy. No need for heal block. Very rarely helps. Stone Edge over Rock Slide. Higher chance to miss does suck, but as I'm modest, I would need the extra power if I'm planning on using a rock move. Problem is I want, like, Power Gem, right? Oh, I am a higher... Okay, hold on. We're not using Soul Rock for this fight, then. Lunatone is the better of the two, looking at it. Yeah, 86 special attack. What moves do you even have right now? Guess Embargo's bad, but I'd still rather not have heal block. Stone Egg, I still think I want over Rock Slide. Bring you to level 44 right now. Holy shit, I forgot how early you learn close combat. That's insane. Level 34, Heracross, learns close combat. Insane. No need for feint. You up to level 44. Might as well bring everyone up to level 44. No to air slash. All right. So if I do this, and then I fly out to Verbank. Ignore the swaddle. Then I just do this till I get poison pointed, right? Maybe chip away. I know chip away is contact. No purloin. Just keep doing this till poison point hits. Oh my gosh, get to run. It does have poison point, right? I'm not like going crazy. Go down. Team builder. Venipede. Yep, poison point or swarm. So I just keep hitting it till I get poisoned. I don't think it's gotta live the move either, right? Guess I can go back to Aerial Ace. Could just be insanely bad luck right now as well. I mean, it's not even insane bad luck yet. It's just slight bad luck. Aerial Ace is a contact move, right? Is Aerial Ace a contact move? Yes, it is. Okay. Just had to double check that. So yeah, we're just getting a little unlucky right now. This is somewhat important though. Maybe not into this particular fight, but this is why I wish I had Toxic right now, because I could just press a poisoning move onto my Heracross. Maybe it's because I'm ending the fight as I kill. Is there a better Pokemon? Probably in Burbank Complex, right? Whoops, forgot I didn't go through all this yet. There we go. Knew it would be faster. Okay. We are now poisoned. Back to Lacanosa. Heal to full. And let's get it. Okay. I forgot about the Golbat. Well, that was pointless. That was a pointless time to poison. Measle have pursuit. We might have just it does not. It does not. Wow. That's a surprise. Barely got through that one. Deathless. Almost lost. Okay, new route that I have not checked the encounter table for, so... Route 12. Is there anything catchable here? Black 2 doesn't look like it. Looks like it is just another area I could have gotten a Heracross. Okay, I know nothing here now. Dragon or Village Bridge, excuse me. I know there's at least one that I don't have. Potentially more. Doesn't look like it. Oh, that's really annoying. Alright. We're just gonna have to search for a while. Thought there was a way to speed it up. Out of curiosity, I'm seeing a trainer uses this Pokemon on this route. I just want to see its location in Black 2, White 2. Only... Dang, okay. I forgot I don't get to use Heatmore. I think I still get, Rant, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, maybe not. Which is funny, because this is one of the Pokemon on... Yeah, I'm not able to use Durant. No Kevin Durant. Which is funny, because it's on the thumbnail. Truly using Durant in the funniest way possible. Alright. There we go. Through the route. Village Bridge. Now we run. Any day we will get a fishing spot. Give me that bubble. There we go. Still nothing. Let's try here. Nothing. Nothing. I love trying to find low spawn rate Pokemon. Marill. I wonder how often people say Marill instead of Meryl. Whoops. That's some Flora. This is one of my favorite Pokemon to use in this run too, man. Not just in this run, in this game. And I just gotta sit here running around over and over and over again. Nope. Uh, 5% encounter. I think that the Meryl should not be included in this encounter pool. This Meryl's pissing me off. Eventually. Dude, come on. Please give me another encounter. This is insane. I just want to play the video game. Yay. Of course it's not going to be it. I'm never going to get it, but I'm going to keep searching for it. Kill this Meryl, man. Next Meryl I see is dead meat. I hate 5% chance encounters, man. Especially with the water. All the Meryl's left, they're just bringing in the Basculins now. They got scared. Dude. Well, I guess mini story time, since we're going to be here for a while. So I'm trying to think of something kind of fun that I've done in maybe recent events, maybe not. But I just can't think of much right now. Doesn't matter. Don't have to think of it. Because I just get our Lapras, which will be using the Master Ball. Because this thing sometimes knows Perish Song, and I'm not chancing it. Okay, Lapras. It is a boy, so not going to do Moana, don't really want to do Maui. So we're looking at Nemo. We're looking at Nemo characters. Problem is there's not like anything specific that like Lapras looks like. Sort of sea turtle-ish, could be Crush. Wouldn't be unheard of, but it is a Loch Ness monster. It's not a turtle. So if anything, it's the most like a Leopleurodon. Which it would just be funny to name it Leopleurodon, but I don't think there's enough characters for that. I like the idea of having like one thing not be it. So let's see here. How do I spell Leopleurodon? Hold up. L-I-O-E-L-E. Yeah, no. I would not be able to spell all of Leopleurodon. So maybe a monster from Monsters, Inc. could be a good one. But I don't know, Mike, James, Randall, they're all like normal ass names, man. Maybe Luca, maybe something from Luca. Could just be Luca. Let's see here. There's Ice Age, but I don't really care for Ice Age. Still looking. Could just say Skipper. No, it's not a... No, because that's going to be like my Delibird name, probably. If I get a male Delibird. So I don't want to take the penguin name. What's the good dinosaur name? Arlo? Arlo's not bad. I know I'm not like a full dinosaur, but I think it's the closest I'm getting. Let's do Arlo. Alright, that is all I need at Village Bridge. I already have caught Seviper and the other one. Why I can't think of the other one's name? No idea. Just need to hit one more Aqua Jet. Jeez, man. That was terrifying. And all I got was this stupid berry. Alright, here we are. Opalucid. Not actually going to be staying here for long because there was one more Pokemon I want to grab. And then I think it is finally the end of stream. So... gonna be a second of swapping around. So... gonna just chuck you in front. So I can easily run. Wow, PB up. PP Max. Wow. Lightbard. Okay, before I keep doing this. I gotta figure out who's good to be my lead. If anyone. We did get water absorb, which is nice. Also, yep, there it is. Pear's song could have killed itself. I might just get rid of the bottom team layout. It's cool to have. No, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Just know that I feel like it doesn't really do a whole lot. I am fine with leveling Ida up to 47, I feel. And let's just get Diane up there. Better than double team, but it's still not great. There's the big one. There's Night Slash. I'll give up on the tech for now, but more mulch. Mulch. I forget you can get shards in this. Be out here for a while. And triple potion. Can we get 4? Pokeball. Potion. Got 4. Wow, the playlist I put on is finally over. Onwards to the next one. I used to not know that this Pokemon was available this early. The one that we're going after right now, but it's, yeah, I don't know. It's a very fun Pokemon. I wouldn't say it's necessarily the greatest, but very high base stat total, especially, you know, for single stage Pokemon. I believe it's in the higher echelons of base stats than not. But I wouldn't say best Pokemon I've gotten so far. I think Heracross, Skarmory kind of take that slot, but maybe even Lapras. But this is still a good Pokemon that we're looking for right now. And then later, there is one Pokemon that I'm super excited to get to use, because I think it will actually be really good. Feel like it's one of those Pokemon that you never see people get to use. But for now, we just have to grind through the grotto. So, while we wait, I have been giving a serious thought to streaming a, god damn it. I've been thinking of streaming a playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. They're two of my favorite games of all time. Big Final Fantasy VII guy. And super hyped for Revelations coming out next year. It won't be for at least a little bit, but I do want to do a playthrough with it. or of it again before it comes out. I'm just debating if I want to stream it or not, you know? Very, very, very good game. But I don't know if my content is... I don't know if that's, like, something that I want to stream and upload. I don't think it is. But I also don't hate the idea of doing it. So, you know, just one of those things to think about, where definitely could do it. Not sure if I'm going to. I've also been thinking of doing a full playthrough of all the Xenoblade games again. And that I'd be more willing to stream for some reason. But also, they're like, I would really say they're not good stream games. Those are games you play by yourself. But they're phenomenal games. But I've been trying to think of a bunch of different games, like, what other challenge runs can I do? What other, you know, why can't I think right now? What other games have, like, a good thing to do some kind of streaming content for? Or just make videos for, you know? Either or. And... you know, it's a little hard because I'm not the best at forcing myself to edit. I feel like it's one of the biggest flaws about me is how little I do actually edit. But I want to get better at it. And so, like, part of me thinks maybe the best way of going about that, maybe I do more Pokemon content, you know? Randomizers are always fun, I feel. I think they make for, you know, I think they make for pretty decent stream content, whether it's a randomizer or it's a super hard Nuzlocke or something else along those lines. I feel like it's very easy to enjoy Pokemon streams. On top of that, though, I've been thinking about I don't know, there's a bunch of different games that, like, I've thought about maybe I stream, you know, things like Baldur's Gate, Cyberpunk, less on Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk would be more, I would do, like, some kind of playthrough myself, but I would film it and then make a video out of it type of thing. So I'd, like, find an interesting run that maybe someone hasn't done yet, or that I just find relatively interesting. And then there is, like, one that I do think I will be streaming is both Hollow Knight games. Because I've played both of them now, but I've played Hollow Knight... I've played the first Hollow Knight twice, and I've played Silksong once. And I didn't even beat all of Silksong. I beat Act 2, and then I learned there was an Act 3, I got partway through, and then I stopped playing. So, like, probably nearing when Sea of Sorrows is going to release, I'm probably just going to do a full Hollow Knight and Silksong playthrough. And probably stream it, maybe upload it, I don't know. Probably just a stream, though. And then eventually, because Silksong is a phenomenal game. I love that game to death. I think eventually, with Silksong, depending on, you know, how fun I'm having with it a second time through, and depending on the randomizer content that exists by, you know, a later point, I might try out the randomizer for the game. But I don't know. It's one of those things where not sure. what I really want to do with that, but and then I might also be moving my streams over to Twitch pretty soon again. I like streaming here on YouTube. I like having thumbnails. But I will say Twitch is a little just more streamlined with everything. I want to actually have my chat as a chat box moving on screen. And YouTube chat, it just looks very ugly when you try to use it, I feel. It's static, it stays there the whole time. There's no fade out or anything. And I'm also probably going to, in the near future, probably going to be taking some time to upgrade like all my visual stuff. Probably instead of just using straight OBS, probably gonna end up downloading Streamlabs again. Because despite everything that Streamlabs doesn't do, the things it does do are pretty nice. Eventually, this is the right route, right? Hold on. I should double check that. They do though want to not be fighting Leopard. This is could be Route 13 or not 13. Yeah, Route 9. Okay, yep, 1% chance, which is crazy. I've found the 2% chances multiple times now, so I'm just getting unlucky with the final one. There is reasons to not go for it right now, considering one of its two abilities could be a lot better for me. However, I am curious, looking at the movesets of some of these upcoming fights. So if I go to gym leaders again, whoops. Going to gym leaders, double checking gyms 7, 8. Not useful for either one of them quite yet. If I check Elite 4, is there anything in there where it's useful against? There is real reason to actually not go for this right now, I will say. Because the ability that I would give it by going through this would be useless. And if I were to wait, it would give me either a potential grass immunity, which isn't the best, but it's not awful. Although there is one Pokemon that it is useful against getting this other ability, so it's a toss-up. It's hard to tell which I'd prefer. I think I'd rather just get the Pokemon now, if I'm honest. So I think I'm just gonna keep going for it. Don't want to reveal what it is quite yet. If you know, you know. So I guess we just keep going. But yeah, I've been trying to think of a bunch of different content ideas for what I want to do. With my channel going forward, on top of just streams in general. So I think after I do this Pokemon run, I think it's probably going to be switching over to Twitch streams. The problem with Twitch streaming is I feel bad doing it, because eventually, like, Twitch ads are unbearable, man. I I fully understand why people hate Twitch as a viewer if you're not subbing to channels or getting the overall ad blocker for Twitch, like the paid one, because Twitch just stops working if you try to use an ad blocker a lot of the time. Same with YouTube, but so like I get not streaming on Twitch for those reasons. At least when you're like building an initial following. But to the same extent, I think there are certain things that Twitch just does better, both for the streamer and for the viewer. Streaming wise, it just feels a lot more, I guess seamless would be the word. I like being able to just click the go live button and instant pop up everything type of deal. It's not like the biggest thing, but like it does feel nice. Like I was saying earlier, I think the way like Twitch just has so many more extensions that exist that make it easier to interact, chat and streamer a lot of the time, I feel. So I'll probably be making the jump soon. But Muriel, dude, this is crazy. This Darboater and Muck are 2% encounter rates. And Lipard's like a 15% or 30%. And the Pokemon I'm looking for is a 1%, and it's just crazy. I've not seen it. Oh my gosh, crap. I will say these PP ups are really nice. Also, just getting a bunch of items to be able to sell is nice. But, like, I just don't know what exactly I want to try and do with everything, but something that I do know that I do want to do soon is I'm going to try and get a group of my friends to play Mecha Chameleon with me. That game looks so much fun. Hide and seek, prop hunt, but you get to paint yourself is such a funny, cool, unique game experience that I have to try it out, man. While like everyone's still playing it and everything, it just looks so fun. And then I got like a few other things that maybe I try and play with some friends on stream. Maybe I don't. But I will say this. If you've subbed for Guilty Gear content and only Guilty Gear content, you are going to be in a rude awakening fairly soon for me. I've said this before on streams, I'll say it again on stream, but I want to do more than just be the Guilty Gear montage guy for specifically Unica and sometimes other characters, but mostly, you know, Unica. I think Guilty Gear is an amazing fucking game. I love playing it, but I get burnt out on fighting games very, very quickly. They piss me off more than I'm happy when I'm playing them a lot of the time. And it's just not worth... Maybe not worth. But as much as I like playing the game, sometimes I feel like I'm just playing the game to find clips to make a montage, then I'm playing the game to have fun and learn. And that sucks, you know? I want Guilty Gear to just kind of go back to being what it was for me. Where, yeah, I'm still maybe making a montage or two, but I just want to play the game for fun again. And recently it's felt like the last... Genuinely, probably the last 7 months. It's felt more, oh my gosh, third muck, man. It's felt kind of the opposite, where I'm playing the game not to have fun, but to make a montage. For a period, I was playing the game to get to Vanquisher. So I wouldn't say 7 months. The past 4 months, though, ever since I hit Vanquisher on Unica, the game has just felt different for me. Learning Dizzy was fun. Learning Ram has been fun. But I've felt like I've had to justify playing those characters by making montages with them. Even if I'm not, like, the best with those characters. It just felt like something I had to do, rather than, like, a lot of the Unica ones, where it was just, it felt cool to do it. But I do have a Guilty Gear video in the works right now that is not a montage, so that hopefully should be done in about a month or so. I'm really bad at... Finally! I'm really bad at remembering to take the time to do certain stuff. Duskball. Alright, Buffalante. Balphalant. Everyone, this is Balphalant. Alright, what is a good name for a Buffalante? What Pixar or Dream... Let's look at DreamWorks this time. DreamWorks. Maybe I do movies first and try to narrow in on a movie. Oh. Yeah, let's do DreamWorks movies. Not doing Ants. I don't think I want to do Prince of Egypt. Could do Road to El Dorado with Chell, but I feel like that doesn't work as well. Don't really feel Joseph. Don't really feel Shrek, Spirit. Maybe Sinbad, but I don't think it fits the character. Not Shrek 2. Not Shark Tale. Could look at Madagascar, but doesn't feel great. Don't think it's Wallace and Gromit. No to Over the Hedge. No. Croods! Could be Croods. What's the girl's name in Croods? Croods characters. Eep. This is Eep. This is Eep. This is Eep the Buffalon. I think that works so well. So, last thing I will do before heading off is checking out Eep, see what exactly I got out of this. So, the main thing is soundproof is not a good ability on Buffalante specifically. In this game specifically, it is just hard to use soundproof effectively. So yeah, I don't know how to like explain too much, but It gives a full immunity to all sound-based moves. It sounds pretty cool, but the main problem is just that there's not a lot of sound moves in this game. There's not a lot of Pokemon using Hyper Voice, not a lot of Pokemon using Boom Burst, Sing, and just in general, there's not a lot of sound moves in Gen 5. So this is like just one of those moves where like, yes, it exists. Yes, it can be good in the right circumstances, but sadly, I feel like those circumstances are just not the ones that we live in with this Pokemon right now to make it good with that ability. It is still a good Pokemon overall. It has great bulk, really high HP stat, good defenses, and great attack for lower than not speed and bad special attack, but who cares? Head charge, 120 base power move with 100% accuracy. This is essentially double edge. I think maybe it deals slightly less or slightly more recoil, I forget. I want to say it's 1/4 recoil instead of 1/3 though, so it is better double edge if I am to be believed. Revenge. Sometimes this can actually be really, really good, depending on if I know I'm going to get hit. Normal typing as well. And unlike my other normal types, I'm bulky. So I'm bulky and I'm strong at the same time. Zangoose, fast and strong, but very frail. Audino, slow, bulky, not very strong. Slow, kind of bulky, not very strong. So this is, while yes, I'm still in the slow and bulky category, I also am strong. So this is a nice pickup. And then Arlo, also a nice pickup. Serious nature, so no plus or minus. Honestly, that's a really good thing to get here. We are using Lapras to kill dragons. So, whoa, come back, come back. In terms of the Pokemon that I am going to be moving, probably something like this for now. So, I just want to see moveset-wise what all these Pokemon have now. Ice Beam is super, super needed. Gonna replace Water Pulse. We are a slightly more physical than special Lapras, it seems, but we just learned better special attacks, so... Bring it up to level 44, same with Eep. Megahorn. Main problem is just the mischance. Not gonna learn it, but it is a good move. So yeah, this is the team right now. Not losing any Pokemon is super, super, super nice. So yeah. I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say anymore. This is gonna be our overall, like, even though all of its stats are very close together, they're all relatively high, which is nice. So, like, if you compare Lapras to Alola, we have 8 more speed, we have 41 more special defense, we have 40-ish more special attack, 8 more defense, 1 more attack, and slightly less HP, about also 40-ish, 35, I think, less HP. So, in a lot of areas where we could use Alola, Lapras is also able to work. Water Ice typing, not the best, not the worst. Ice type offensively is super, super nice. And with a Choice Scarf or something along those lines, Lapras can be very, very good. Once again, Alola with Arlo, Ariel. Ariel, really just here to be able to Wish Pass. Huge HP stat, literally one Wish heals everything practically up to full. Except for Lapras and Buffalon, maybe somewhat with Merida as well. But if they're living and they get a Wish, they're healing for at least 3/4 health, all of them, if not full. Otherwise, they'd probably be dead. Chief Tui, our fastest Pokemon in terms of speed to damage output. This is a great Pokemon to have. I still need to grab Waterfall, but once I have Waterfall, this Pokemon's a menace. Merida, the Heracross. I mean, give this thing a Choice Scarf and pre-poison this thing, and it just cleaves through teams. Not cleans, cleaves through teams. So, very good Pokemon. Highly recommend using a Heracross in any run. Any Nuzlocke where Heracross is available, this Pokemon is insane. You usually can get it fairly early on. They're usually able to be level caught, so yeah, always do your best to try and find Heracross because this Pokemon's insane. Makes so many different runs, very, very easy to get through. Yeah. Buffalon, already said everything kind of earlier, but great attack stat, only slightly weaker than Heracross right now, with better defense, better special defense, better HP, slightly worse speed, but yeah. That's the team going into the next time I stream. Probably going to be a few days, maybe tomorrow, but I don't think so. It's the 4th here in the States, so I'm probably going to go see some fireworks despite, you know, I won't say my political stuff on stream or anything like that. Just know, yeah, trans rights. Trans rights are human rights. I will say that straight up. That is not something that I need to feel like I'm hiding. So, yeah. I don't support everything that goes on in my country. I will just say that now. But fireworks are still cool to see. So, probably not going to stream tomorrow, if I'm honest. But yeah. I think that's going to do it for me tonight. So, see y'all again in the